Hello guys, welcome to weekly outlook here on the DXY, Pound USD and Gold. Quickly, let's just kick off with the DXY as usual. What am I anticipating from DXY this week? It's quite normal because last week I was anticipating a real continuation of price to the upside, probably retesting 105. Now we saw last week price came back to consolidate this particular region here, which is a strong support of 104 regions, right? So we see price created a new high last week. What I'll be anticipating going forward this week is a continuation of price to the upside. Is either we just see price continue at market open all of the way up to this part to retest 105, or basically call it 104.95, or if we slow down to the 1 hour time frame, we could see a support region, a mini support region here, which is created somewhere here. Okay, either we see price pull back to this region, all right, and then still continue to the upside. And then overall, since I'm quite looking at DXY to be very much bullish, if you look at it in the higher time frame perspectives, if price ends up creating a new high next week, breaking over 105, then in the long run we should anticipate price to break, retest, and then continue to the upside. Now, the only reason I'll be considering sales here on the DXY is if price then pulls and rolls down below these regions of 104, then we'll be looking for abilities to start looking for sales to the downside. That's that for DXY. Heading over to Pound USD, since we're looking at correlations from the daily time frame, we saw the previous 2 weeks, which is last 2 weeks, you saw price hit down with full force from these regions of 127, or let's just call it 128, all the way to 125.70 region. Then this is more like a resting period. You know how price makes a move, consolidates, and continue. So going into this, I expected this continuation last week. It didn't happen. So going forward from the 4 hours time frame, this is what I'm anticipating. Initially, I wanted price to pull back to these regions of 127, let's call it 127 or 126.90 before rolling down to the downside. But from what we're looking at now, it's possible price is done. We're just looking at something of this nature where price pulls down, does a little consolidation, and then continue. Okay, so if that's the case, then I'm looking out for a break of consolidation here. So I'm looking out for price to break through this consolidation. Okay, and then I can make a decision. If we see price break above, then I'm anticipating price to really come back and retest these regions before continuing to the downside. More like a fake out, right? Okay, that's possible. And then majorly what I'll be looking out for is a break of price to the downside. A break of price below 125.80. We're looking at a break of it, a retest of it, and then we should see price come all the way to 125. In the long run, like I've always anticipated, a break of 125 psychological level, 1.25 psychological level. Sorry, I usually call it 125, 124. You understand? So a break of price, we should see price roll all the way to 123 regions, right? So that's that. Am I considering anything bullish on Pound USD? No, not in this coming week. But if price does its magic, comes all the way back to 127, 128 region, then we'll be looking at buys from 128 regions to the upside. For now, I'm bearish towards all these regions. Okay, so that's that on Pound USD. Lastly, here gold has proven to be very bullish. We've seen price keep hitting to the upside. I might want to continue this bullish movement with them, and we saw last week price just hit up. So in a condition like this, I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback to get an entry to continue to the upside, unless I start seeing price creating lower highs or rejections that it shows that it wants to start making a pullback or a retracement all the way to these regions. For now, I'm looking for buys. If I slow to the 1 hour time frame, I'm looking out for where price made that huge jump. I can see it was when price break through this region. And where did that move start? I pull up my Fibonacci retracement tool. I can call it from the regions of 2191 and the new high it made last week, 2236 regions. If we're looking for pullbacks, I'm seeing price to actually maybe come over to these regions here, and that has been a 50%, 61% retracement region. So we'll see it coincides with the previous high it made around this point. So if I take away this, so what am I looking out for on gold? It's more or less looking for pullback to this region, and we'll continue to the upside. If it has a 100% pullback, then we're looking out for a possibility for price to pull back to these regions of 2200 and continue to the upside. If price breaks below all these regions here, then we'll be looking out for structures to sell. So that's that for the weekly outlook this week. The weekly outlook this week on the gold and pound USD. DXY, of course, and pound USD. So let's see how this week will play out. Make sure you back some peeps. I'll see you guys during the weekend for weekly recap, and enjoy the week. Ciao.